one of the exotics offered within the campaign. The Titan exotic gauntlets, the Fang Pauldron, is an excellent exotic that provides a simple yet powerful perk selection. The Doomfangs have a slight resemblance to the D1 Titan exotic, the Thagomizers, not just in appearance, but in perk offerings. Just for reference, the D1 Thagomizers offered 2 melee attack charges and gave you the Striker Titan's Amplify subclass node for free. The Amplify node granted you a chunk of super energy back for getting the killing blow with the charged melee attack, and given the Thagomizers granted you 2 of these charges with Amplify, you were able to use perks like Discharge or Overload to get your melee charges back very quickly. With the Thagomizers, you were able to do crazy things like fully recharge your super in 1 melee attack, but only if the conditions were right. Anyway, back to the Doomfangs. The exotic perk grants a shield throw for shield bash melee kills, and melee ability kills recharge Sentinel shield super. Probably not the most straightforward description I've ever heard for an exotic perk, so let's go into a patrol and do some testing to see what the perk actually does. Shield bash kills grant shield throw, so killing an enemy directly with your shield while in super will recharge a shield throw for you, and getting a charged melee attack while you're not in super will grant bonus super energy. This is the aspect that reminds me of the Thagomizers, and the Amplify perk specifically. Looking back at the build, these gauntlets are Sentinel specific, so we need to choose an appropriate skill tree and loadout. Just quickly, the Doomfangs come stocked with a Void melee mod, and while the impact mods aren't all that great, in this case it's probably not the worst choice. Personally, I would stick with the Void impact mod over something like an agility mod. As for the subclass, let's think about what we're building for. The Doomfangs work with shield throw, and grant bonus super energy on charged melee kills, so we'd want to be able to kill things or at least get the killing blow without charged melee attack. Both trees could work, but I feel like Code of the Protector is a poor choice. There are good aspects for sure, like getting an overshield and healing yourself and others, but the Ward of Dawn aspect of the Code of the Protector is what makes this tree far less appealing to me. If you deploy your Sentinel super as a Ward of Dawn, that is to say you create a bubble instead of using your shield offensively, you completely forfeit the ability to use shield throw, really limiting the potential of the exotic. You definitely can use your super in Code of the Protector without creating a bubble and use your shield throw as normal, but then the Ward of Dawn perk is unnecessarily taking up a perk slot. I believe the far better choice for skill tree is the Code of the Aggressor, which features several perks that work very well with the Doomfangs. The Shield Bash perk grants a shoulder charge-like effect, which allows you to deal a sizable amount of damage after sprinting for a short while. Given we're looking for a powerful melee attack to get the most out of the Doomfangs, this perk is a great start. Superior Arsenal grants grenade energy back for getting grenade kills. How much grenade energy? About 25% per kill. On its own, a very decent perk, but there is an additional feature to the Superior Arsenal perk which I'll get into later. The other perks being In the Trenches and Second Shield both work excellently with the Doomfangs, given they grant bonus super energy if you get a kill while you're surrounded, and give an additional shield throw charge. So let's recap. Code of the Aggressor gives you a powerful melee attack, bonus super energy while surrounded, and another shield, all pointing towards the perks on the Doomfangs. Before we get into places to use the Doomfangs, I'll mention that they have potential in both PvE and the Crucible, but probably with a stronger presence in PvE. A particular weapon I would recommend with this build is the Crown Splitter, or most swords for that matter, which I'll discuss in a minute. We'll start with the Crucible. Shield throw can be very powerful in the right hands, either by leading your throw into guardians coming around corners, or bouncing them off walls to get a multi-kill. Having an exotic that will grant a full throw cooldown for a shield bash kill is nice, but honestly, probably not worth using an exotic slot for. The bonus super energy on charged melee kills is also pretty good in the Crucible, but it's something that probably won't trigger very often. Hitting someone with your shield bash is very common of course, but getting the killing blow with it is less so. Still, if you can get melee kills with your shield bash, and you're a ripping throw with your shields, then Doomfang is a solid Crucible choice. Personally though, for Crucible I would prefer going with something like Crest of Alpha Lupi or the Syntheseps. So PvE is absolutely the place to use the Doomfangs. Killing weak enemies with shield bash is very easy, and since most weak enemies like to bundle up together, getting a melee kill on an enemy in a pack will trigger the In the Trenches perk, giving you even more super energy. This is why I like to use a sword like Crown Splitter, because it has a sweeping area attack that plays into the Trenches perk. Getting into the action, shield bashing and swinging your sword will earn you a ton of super energy quickly, really rewarding you for aggressive play. As for the shield throw element, throwing your shield doesn't actually consume any energy while you're in your super, so you will be able to keep it active for longer. Shield bashing an enemy will fully recharge a throw, and since you have 2 charges, you should minimize waste on your cooldowns. On top of this already great build, remember I said there was an additional feature to the Superior Arsenal perk? Every kill you get with your thrown shield will trigger the Superior Arsenal perk, which gives you about 25% of your grenade back, except while you're in super, your grenade is replaced by your shield throws, so instead, you get about 25% of a shield throw charge back with a shield throw kill. So killing an enemy with shield bash and shield throw help cool down your shield throw. Your super will last much longer if you mostly use shield throw, and once it's all done, your super runs out, you have the tools to get another super back really quickly. So what do you guys think of the Doom Fang Pauldrons? Do you rate them? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, guys.